Right, so just done a bit of a clean down, looks a bit better. Yeah, maybe do another go. You can see all of the excess liquid. This is cleaned up nicely. Yeah, bit down there as well. Just a bit on the body, just so it's not getting. Yeah. I don't think it wrecks the paint. I just want to try and get it so that it's not dirty. So you don't put your hand on it and get dirty everywhere. Eh? Yeah? Okay. Oops. So, what we've got... now if I can get in, you should be able to see. Basically, I've turned around this shaft so that the lobe is pointing down. And it's currently pressing it, which means there's no gap, obviously. And I tried it the other way, where basically it's on the back of there, and it seems to be too big. The gap clearance is too big, but I think it's possible that it should be like 3mm or something. Yeah. In other words, it starts at that. So I might try it again and check the video or whatever it is, or check the stuff. Right. Well, we have an issue, basically. I tried to replace the bearing caps based on measurements, and they're actually, I think, basically what we can say is they're all worn. The sort of average clearance I'm getting is around about 0.35mm. It should be 0.2. So these are all essentially worn. So what I've done is I've configured it so that approximately they have the same wear. I don't know if that's true, but they do all need replacing. I'm guessing the exhaust is, this is the exhaust one here, and that's the intake. The intakes are worn, which means that you're not going to get the same valve lift that you should be getting, essentially. No, because they should be lifting higher, and so we're going to get a restriction, which means that's going to affect, I guess, either the actual power or the economy. Yeah. So it doesn't matter right now, but I can take off the camshaft cover and pull the camshafts and replace all these at a later date without having to break the engine. So it doesn't matter. They are roughly right. So I'm going to leave them like that. Okay. We need to obviously re-tighten it, but I'm going to leave them at that. The camshafts need to come off. I'm going to say that's done. Yeah, because the clearances just are all over the place. You know, you might be able to, I don't know if you can see, the nearest you can get. Oh yeah. You see the clearance there. Here, let me get down. So you can see, hopefully you can see here a clearance. I don't know if you can. Against the backdrop. I'm trying to make it so that you can see a clearance. There you go, you can, just about, right? So that clearance there is, I believe from the feeler gauges, is about 35 micrometers, 0.35mm, right? And then when you look at this one, if I can get it right, this one here is a lot smaller, but that's because I tried to, there's 4 that came out. There's these 2 that came out from here, right? And these seem to have roughly the right, they compare correctly with the others. And then this one came out and that one came out. Now this one seems right, but this one for some reason seems to be actually better. The clearance is lower, which is lower is better. So they're all out and they're all fucked. So I don't think it really matters, frankly, about which ones I put in. But at some point I really need to go through this again, turn the engine over and try and, oh well, I'll have to take the camshafts off, obviously, right? And try and do it again and get the camshaft clearances correct if I want to do it. But I really don't care. This is an old engine. It's done 200,000, I believe. So it's fair that it's going to be worn. There's going to be wear on the camshaft loads. There's going to be wear on the things. I don't know why it doesn't use hydraulic. You know, why are you not using hydraulic or something so it can automatically set the clearances? But then the hydraulic tappets themselves tend to mess up, don't they? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're done. Yeah. So I just have to video this because this is a bit weird. Right, so the original bolts I removed using, okay, so that's a hex. Let me put light on, maybe that'll make it better. I've got a hex pattern. Oh, you might not be able to see, but it's defo and a hex. And hex. Oh, there you go, you can see now. It's a hex. This is an 8mm hex, and as you can see, oops, as you can see, that fits. As I wobble it around, you'll see, yeah, it fits, right? So that's an 8mm, okay? Now I've got these new bolts here, and I tried to put the 8mm into them, but it doesn't fit. So I thought, wait a minute, these are a little bit on the so that's a, oh, it's a 10. That's a 10mm triple square, and that fits fine. So the ones that came out are 8mm. Space ran out. So this, like I say, this is a, okay, because you can see that M10, and these are triple square, and the ones that came out are these, right, which is an 8mm. Now I've got a single hex, but they're actually double hex. You can maybe make out, oh no, let me put the light back on. You might be able to make out that they've got like extra kind of gaps. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Because the actual bolt head itself is in the way. Whatever. Let me try to do it like this instead. No, you can't see. Alright, but it's obviously holding on there, right? This 8mm double hex doesn't fit this, right? But this 9mm actually fits that. It's just loose. No, it's not. That's a 10. Sorry, that's a 10mm. That's strange, that. And the bolt fits in. I just put the bolt in, and it does work, and it does seem to go in. I don't know if it goes all the way in, but we'll try it. They're supposed to be, these are supposed to be 8mm double hexes, but the top is actually a triple square. I just want to make sure it goes all the way down to the seat. I'm not going to obviously tighten the head down because there needs to be a procedure for that. You can't do it. Right. Yeah, it's gone right in. And it's tight in. Yeah. So, I mean, that solves a problem, obviously, because I was thinking about maybe I might have an issue with using single hex on a double hex head. But these are triple squares. 10mm triple square. Yeah. Good grief. And that's gone all the way in. You can see there's oil on the... good grief. No way. Huh. That's amazing. Oh well, that means I'm not going to have a problem tightening the head down because those fit perfectly, look. You can see. Yeah. I don't understand it, but there we go. That's the end of it. The only problem I've got is that these are actually 3/8. Whereas if I'm going to put so much pressure on it, I'd really like a 1/2 inch, but I think it'll do. It'll be alright. Yeah. What I can do is maybe, because that's probably heated into it, so I can just heat it and then I could remove the peg and it'll be a 10mm shaft, the same as that one. This is basically a 10mm socket. You know, well, maybe slightly less than a 10mm. Yeah. Anyway, that's strange. Obviously the head's on, I've got it cleaned up. I might just dress off this bit. The exhausts I've already done. Yeah. And I'm missing, 2 bolts. I think that's just something to hold something. But this one we need because that's one of the intake bolts. So I need to find that. It's obviously one of these. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think I've seen it somewhere, so it might be down in amongst all that gumption. Wow.